we're good. Yeah. Okay. Let me just swing this back a sec. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna smooth that over a little bit. I need just like a straight up white piece of paper. Okay. Okay. That's better. Yeah, actually that's kind of perfect. Okay. So, I know we're a little bit late today, but that's cool. Zihan, really? No. That's not how we're starting today. That's not a question I answer. And that doesn't really give me a lot of context either. It just, will this person divorce? Okay, well, this person's not in my chat, but if it's your marriage, then that automatically means that you're involved as well. And why not write, will I get divorced? So, read the rules, as it says. I'm not going over that crap again. I'm tired of it. I'm not doing it. Zihan, I don't know if you can hear me, but I told you no. You need to read the rules. That's not how we're starting off today. If you comment the same exact thing again, you will be blocked. This is your only warning. Cool. Excellent. All right, friends, what's going on today? How is everyone? Hi, Alicia. I can certainly do that. Just give me a second to fully get set up, okay? But you got it. All right. Just getting all warmed up here. And I will be putting up like another poll just to see like what everybody kind of wants for like a monthly pick a card, because we will be doing that at some point. I will probably record that tomorrow morning. I still have to find a good video software where I can like edit in between. Not that I really plan on doing much at all, but it's the point, you know? 'Tis the point. Yep. So normally, because a lot of people like take a little bit of time to come in, I'll set up on stream as well to give everybody like that little leeway. So I don't rush right into it. Like my cards weren't even out. But I absolutely got you. We can certainly do a next 7 days for you, okay, Alicia? Perfect. Okie dokie. Switch all good. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with the deck I usually start with. So that's got all the vibes. Oop. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so next 7 days for Alicia. Let's go. Intuition came flying right out. All right. So first up, we have intuition, pain. We have success, creativity, and magic. Put success right there. Actually, no, we'll go up top. But we also had faith and growth upside down. So maybe, you know what? I'm going to move this around a little bit. When I do like the word cards and stuff, it feels more like a sentence to me than anything. So I have to like figure out what order the jumbled sentence goes into, which is like kind of the fun part, because that's when all the magic happens, you know? So, for the next 7 days, my friend, we have, well, I can go a little bit this way. So, you know, obviously the top row is not our favorite. We have pain, growth is upside down, and faith is upside down, which shows me that there's some sort of thing going on that's causing you, that's like an issue, that's like maybe stunting your growth and causing you to have like not a lot of hope in whatever's going on right now. But I feel like it's a turning point. So success will come in time. Like you intuitively know that it's coming, but you're not sure how or when or where. And I think the answer to that is finding magic in your creativity. I think it's actually like going and like doing something creative that maybe like you don't normally do, or haven't really done in a while. And I feel like that's what's going to actually help you with that growth mindset. And then let me just pull a couple more because I want to know like what else we've got going on here. Because I feel like that's pretty broad. But let's see. Energy. Did you see how that flew right into position? That's wild. So success, I feel like, is going to come from energy. Putting energy into it, doing the work, that sort of thing. But, I mean, this is over the next 7 days. So what do we got for the next 7 days with all this? Yeah, if you put energy into it within the next week, I think it's going to turn around these top cards. It's going to make you have a little bit more hope. And it's going to help your growth later on. Yeah, isolation. So maybe this is like a creative project you have to do like on your own by yourself without anybody else. Or maybe it's like an idea that you have yourself that you think maybe you'll be judged for or something. Like people don't normally gravitate towards whatever project you're thinking. Like say you want to do, I don't know, like you want to make, like, a button company or something. Like, just regular old buttons. And, like, your mom or dad or family, whatever, is going to be like, buttons. Why the hell you want to do that? Like, that's weird. But, like, just do it. Like, put yourself alone and just do it. You know what I mean? And, yeah, confidence. Yeah, I feel like this week you need to kind of, like, do creative things by yourself. And, like, kind of reignite that spark in your mind. And I feel like that's really going to help. And that's what's going to help push through that pain. Because a lot of times, like, artists, they will do their artwork when they're not feeling that great. And whatever emotions they're feeling at the time will come up and, like, show through that artwork. But, like, it's a way to release it all, you know? So that's what I think is coming for the next week for you. Cool. All right. Not so bad. Honestly, like, it may seem iffy on the surface, but it's really not that bad unless, like, when you actually, like, listen to what the cards are saying, you actually do it and everything. So I think if you have some creative outbursts this week, that'd be really excellent for you. All right, TWT asks, next 6 months regarding yourself. Are you guys in a relationship together already? Is there an actual connection there? Or is it just like we have a class together and I kind of like her? You're so welcome, my friend. Yeah, TWT, that's like borderline. That's borderline not okay with the rules. So either rephrase or clarify. Please. You're dating? Okay. Alright, so that's fine then. Cool. Next 6 months for TWT. Well, Dehi, if you guys don't talk to each other, that's not really a connection. I'm sorry to say, but it's not. Alright, so for TWT, next 6 months. Jesus Christ. Okay. No contact is not a connection. That's how I feel. If there was a connection, you would be in contact. And I'm going to stand by that, actually, for the rest of my days. Alright. So, for TWT, we have... Interesting, okay. Okay, so we have our ghost, which is divinely protected, which is awesome. We have anxiety, which is not so awesome. We also have, let me just make sure we can all see that. movement, and then we have mystery and illumination upside down. So now, whatever is going on with you guys dating, know that you're protected either way. You have the ghost card here, which is just divine protection. You know, the ancestors and spirit guides, whoever is like watching over that for sure. But also we have anxiety. So like you're worried about something. There's movement here. So there's definitely like some change happening. Maybe a job. Maybe you're physically moving house. Maybe it's a thing that hasn't really come to light yet. I feel like it's an up and coming thing. Like it's possible someone might move. It's possible this may change, but we don't know yet. It's a mystery, and we have illumination upside down, which is like it hasn't been brought to light yet. So whatever it is that's coming up is like kind of like hiding out in the shadows, but I want to know what that is specifically. So let's find out. If we can get any hints to that. Giodi, please read the rules like it says. I'm not playing around with anybody anymore. If you don't read the rules, you don't get a reading. Plain and fucking simple. Sorry. Alright. Hi, Neha. How are you? Alright, so for TWT, next 6 months, what do we have? Like, what's coming in? Ooh, we have growth and trust. Okay, so whatever this is, you have to trust it because it's going to lead to your growth with the two of you. Isolation. It may feel like you're alone at sometimes. Maybe if it is a career change, maybe they're working a lot or you're working a lot. It feels like you're just kind of to yourself a bit more than normal. Yeah, determination. Okay, so whatever is going on that's going to disrupt the peace with you guys, if at all, like, I don't think it will. It's just kind of going to be, like, another hill to go over, you know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily going to be a problem, you know? It's like getting a flat tire, like, you know, but you get over it and you move on. So I don't know if, like, the flat tire situation is going to be a career, physically moving, or whatever, but you have to trust whatever this is because it's going to lead to growth. And there's determination right here behind it, which is like this little mountain. This, you know, determination shows that you do ultimately have that oomph, that like, yes, let's go, let's do it. But it might take some time being alone to like realize that. Does that kind of make sense? Hopefully. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense, TWT. Whatever it is, just literally just trust the process, because whatever happens, you're protected. Alright. And, like, I don't know how big or small this thing could be. Like, this could just be, like, somebody gets a new car. You know? It could just be something... It's just a small hump to get over. A promotion at work makes somebody work way longer than they normally do, than you guys are used to. And you guys have to just kind of adapt and work to that. But I don't see it being, like, a life-changing issue, you know what I mean? It's going to be something that just causes you to grow as a person, such as with life. But yeah, hope that resonates. Alrighty, friends. Who is next? What do we got? What do we got? You're so welcome, my friend. Hang in there, take it day by day, and not every problem is the end of the world. You got this. right. Hi, Jody. I deleted your question because you didn't follow the rules. But I'm happy to answer any questions that you do have after reading the rules. If I'm giving my energy out, I, expect some energy to be reciprocated just a little bit. And that is reading the rules. And if you guys are not talking and there's no contact or whatever, then that's not a connection. That means that there is no connection to me. Just saying. All right. So what's going on, friends? What do we have going on in everybody's lives? What's the tea? If you don't have like a question, you can always drop like, oh, my friend did this stupid thing the other day. Because we like hearing about that too, right? Hi, Videhi, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. All right. Hi, Rinky. How you doing? If I butcher anybody's name, I'm so sorry. I truly don't mean it. I just say how it sounds. Rinky, I can't read that. All of my screens I have right now, I can't pull up Google Translate. Okay, alright. We just got 3 rapid fire questions. Videhi, Sonny, and Rinky all need to read the rules. I have this right here on my screen, big red letters. All of you need to read the rules, Rinky especially, right now. Click on the pinned comment up above. Videhi, if ex-bestie, if you have any contact at all still to this day, then we can read that. Rinky, it's fine, but it literally says it on the video. So I don't understand how people are still not doing that at this point. I have things blatantly obviously listed for a reason. Alright, Videhi, all you said was yup. So, meaning you guys still have contact? You guys still talk to each other? You see each other. Okay, that's not my question. If you guys go to school together, you can still see each other, but not talk to each other. If they're an ex-bestie, that tells me that you don't. Because if they're an ex-bestie, that tells me you severed the connection, you don't talk anymore. If you see each other in the hallway without saying anything, that's not a connection anymore. So if you can clarify that, I'm more than happy to help out if that works. Okay, we'll change the question entirely. That's fine. All right, what's coming in love for you? Let's find out. I didn't mean that to sound sarcastic either. I'm so sorry if I did come off that way. All right, so in love next, coming for you. Okay, so we have intuition, creativity, and love. We also have, let me just move that back. We also have energy, surrender, and sadness. So, let's see. Let me get one more, actually. Fear. Okay. Hi, Tanya. Welcome in. Please read the rules like it says on my video before you ask a question. Thank you. It's just kind of a respect thing for me, honestly. Okay. So we have love, intuition, creativity, energy, surrender, sadness, and fear. So, I mean, you fear that you're not going to be able to have, Tanya, like I said, I'm more than happy to answer anything, but just read the rules again and rephrase that, please. I don't really do like this person's feelings or what do they think about me. I do an overview of your connection with the two of you together. If you guys don't talk, that's not a connection, okay? Excellent, Rinky. Thank you so much. All right, going back to Videhi's reading. So what's coming towards you in love? So right now, I feel like you're maybe stuck on your own for a little bit. I feel like you have some other things that you need to go through yourself before you're able to find that love. So I feel like this is like your focus right now has been on love and like knowing everything, being creative, doing things different to like attract a mate, you know what I mean? To be like, oh, let me do this, I won't be like other people, and so on. But I feel like you need to put that energy into yourself, because if you are just kind of doing things to please other people, you ultimately end up not pleasing yourself. So you need to give in to the fact that you are alone in this time and work on yourself. And I feel like that's the only thing that's going to get you out of this right now, because this fear and sadness are like really heavy. But I feel like this is, you're sad because you don't have anyone and you're scared that you never will, which everybody knows that that's not true. Everybody finds somebody at some point. But the fact that you're so focused on it tells me that you need to just take a break from it. You need to do what makes you happy and not worry about love at all right now. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting, you know, love yourself first. Check yourself first. Hi, Asia. It is free, but absolutely read the rules as it's stated several places on the video, okay? All right. So, Videhi, I hope that was, resonated with you. I wish you best of luck. Honestly, do some stuff for yourself, because that's going to be the best thing for you right now. Tanya, I'm going to delete the question that you posted, because it doesn't abide by the rules. If you want to rephrase, I'm more than happy to answer. You're welcome. All right, friends. while we wait for the next question, what's like the craziest thing that happened to you this week? I want to know some tea. Spill that tea, girl. Or boy, or whoever. Spill the tea, friends. Like, all right. Tanya, do you and P talk? Are you like dating? Or are you like friends or whatever? Like, do you talk on a regular basis? No, you're just friends. Okay, so if you don't, like, talk all the time, like, there's not a connection. So if you guys, like, don't have any contact, then I'm still pulling their energy unbeknownst to them. On Snap, you chat. Yeah, Sunny, your question did not abide by the rules, so it got deleted as said in the rules. I don't know. I mean, I'll do that since you guys do, like, kind of conversate, but I'm pushing limits here. It's the wrong deck. Alright, Tanya's connection with P. Oh my god, all my cards. Alright. Rinky, you have to rephrase your question like I said. Read the rules and state your question again. It was removed because it did not abide by the rules. And the rules also say that. Shira will be next, and then Champa, I'm gonna have to, please tell me 2023, me, Mary, government job, leggy? Okay, yeah, you got it. There's 2 more ahead of you, but you got it. So let's finish up Tanya's question. Her connection with P. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is a choice. So, we have determination and stop, which is interesting. Because I do read for the question itself, and I do have 3 and 3. So I feel like one of you is determined to have this be a thing, and the other one is like, no thank you. We have all 4 of these cards. Alright, let's put them out. So we have creativity and magic, and then we have love and abundance. So I feel like you guys are really good friends, But if it were to go into anything more, that's where it would get kind of risky. So yeah, so these were both upright too. It wasn't like one was like don't stop. It was stop. Now magic and creativity, like maybe you guys have like really good ideas together and you guys think of like funny stuff all the time, like it's just like kind of like meme friends, you know what I mean? But also like they, I feel like one of you wants it and the other one absolutely does not, just because of this. But the rest of the connection, like as friends, you have a lot of like they love you as a friend, like it's like they have a good time, they spend like they're just, I don't know, I feel like you're permanently in the friend zone with this person right now. It may take, and I'm not saying convince them out of the friend zone. That is not what I'm saying at all. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes people like this, you end up meeting them like 5 years down the line and then it becomes a spark and you gain love from there. Enjoy your time that you're spending with this person while you spend it. Do not force it. If you force a fart, it's probably shit, you know? So enjoy what you've got for now and don't rush it. Don't do anything. Just wait. They will come to you if they're ready and they also want it. Rinky, it doesn't matter if you're a new subscriber and you don't know my rules. It says right here on my physical video, please read the pinned comment before asking your question, which states the rules. It's literally looking at one pinned comment. It's not that hard. If you don't read, I do not give you a reading. That's that. No worries, though. Champra, again, you all, okay. Champa, again, you're not reading the rules as well, because I have in big capital letters, do not repost questions. So you're going to get a big old block. I hope you don't get the job. Bye. Like, I have this, like, written on my video for a reason. Like, it's physically on the video, so that way it's not like, oh, well, I was watching the video in full screen and didn't see the pinned comment. It's right there. You receive the energy from the universe that you put into it, and if you're putting in chaos energy, you're going to receive chaos energy. That is that. All right, Shiro is next, though. So, will your husband interview be positive or not? So your husband's going up for a job interview. That's fun. That's interesting. I hope it goes well. Let's find out if it will. Flow just flew out at my face, so that's a good thing. Go with the flow regardless of the outcome. But what is the outcome? Peace. Okay. So far it seems like a yes. But when I do readings like this, when I'm pulling for like a career, somebody going into like the new career, I also pull for like things, you know, good and bad things, because it's good to know both the pros and the cons of a situation, right? At least for me, anyway. Ooh, passion. Interesting. Something that he's maybe been wanting to get into for a while. So that's awesome. We have protection and pain. Interesting. So, very interesting. So, pain, maybe, and strength. Is it like a very physical job that he's going up for? Kieran, if you're blocked by that person, that means the connection is no longer, there is no connection for me to read. Yeah, Shira, is it like a physical job? For some reason, I'm feeling like it's a physical job. Like he's gonna be lifting stuff. Because I feel like the pain is not I feel like it's like a back pain or a knee pain or something like that. Pilot job. Yeah, I feel like maybe the chair's gonna be uncomfortable, honestly. It's either that or like his sleep schedule is gonna get a little screwed up. But, I mean, he's passionate about it. It's peaceful to him. It puts him at ease, which is awesome. What else about this pilot job? That was an entire chunk that we just read. I'm reshuffling that. If those cards are meant to come out, they'll pop out again. Anxiety. I feel like he's maybe been applying for like a little while, and like he's been doing like different interviews and stuff, and now he's getting nervous because like maybe he got rejected from one airline or two, and now he's like, okay, well, where else can I go? Where else can I go? Which is not, you know, it's not a good feeling, but it's also not the worst either. And again, with the chunkies coming up, we got confidence though, which is good. So he's going into it with like a good positive attitude and everything. I feel like it's more so like on the company's end. New beginnings. Death card is the new beginnings card. Don't be scared of that. And ideation. So goals. Like, so yeah, new beginnings, new goals. We got mystery upside down. So it's not a mystery. He knows what he's got to do. He knows how he has to be. Yeah, it's possible. So I feel like deep down maybe he is gonna get it. I think so. Based on just this reading and stuff, yes. So it's not a mystery. He knows he did well. He knows he's got the stuff to back him up. This is his goal. They know it. He knows it. It's a new beginning. He's confident about it. Yeah, he's a little nervous with the anxiety because he hasn't had the result yet, but he knows it's in the bag. We've got strength, pain, and protection. So we know, you know, it's painful not to know the answers right when we want them, but we have the strength to get through it until we do get the answer. So I think he will, or if he doesn't get the actual job tomorrow, then I think he's gonna at least get a call back for an additional interview with somebody who's even higher up, you know, because I feel like a lot of places like that, like airlines and stuff, like even like banks and government jobs and stuff too, like they have you go through such like a rigorous like interview process. Like you think that you're done, and like surprise, you have 3 more interviews to still do just because why not? So I feel like that might be the situation. If he doesn't get the actual job, it will be, like another interview situation. But I still have good hopes for it. Yeah, new beginnings came out, so like that definitely tells me like really good things. But, yeah, no, very good stuff. Very good stuff. I say yes. But another interview is possible. Okay. He's already yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I hope that goes really well. I think this is a good thing. All right, I'm gonna sound really stupid, but isn't that like, no, you know what? I'm not, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very bad at geography in my brain. I'm trying to figure out where those two things are, and it's stupid. But no, I think just because of like the exchange, like I'm pretty sure there's like some sort of like country, you know, difference with that, right? Like one airline is owned by one country and the other one's owned by another. I feel like that may also be like why the interview process is so rigorous. But I feel like ultimately it's gonna be for the better for him to get the new job. But it may take a minute till he like starts like day 1. All right. Achiever, welcome in. You can definitely ask a question. Just be sure to read the rules in the pinned comment, okay? Yeah, but Shira, I feel like that anxiety and like all of his pent up stress is literally just because they want to take their sweet time with it. So it's really like nothing to worry about, but not hearing anything does cause people to worry, you know? So it's one of those like stupid things that kind of you have no choice but to balance that right now, unfortunately. All right, achiever, that goes against the thing as well. So if do you guys even talk? Like, just text them first. Why is it like, oh, is this person waiting for me to text them? Just freaking text them. Who cares? Why play the games? Why play the games? Just reach out. I'm sorry. And the next question I saw was from Kieran. When will Arif unblock you? All right, if he's blocked you, that means the connection is severed and there is no connection to read. So we're gonna just remove that because that doesn't count. All right, Ben asks, who's coming towards me in love? Well, I can't specifically say who exactly, but I can read the energy of the person and maybe when abouts it, maybe. So I will do my best. Okay. So for Ben, who's coming towards in love? All right, what do we got for Ben's love life? Rest. Interesting. Maybe they like to take naps. Whoop. Faith and success. Okay. Maybe this is like one of those random people you see in your dreams that like you've never met before, but like you are magically best friends in the dream for some reason. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or like when like, oh, this is my house, but it's not actually your house, but in the dream that's your house. You live there. Passion. Okay. New beginnings. Success. Passion. Right? Creativity. Rest. And faith. Okay. And actually, guys, I'm gonna say I do like reading these types of things better. Like what's coming next for me, you know, in love in general. Because it's not like tied to a certain person. It's tied to like your energy when the relationship happens. But I also have this deck here, which is like signs and colors and months and like a couple numbers and stuff like that. So I like getting kind of like into the nitty gritty. But if you guys don't talk, then you're forcing something to happen, and that's not what the universe wants. So that's not the energy we accept here, you know? Things happen as they should, and if you force it, that's not how things should happen, correct? All right, we have surrender and space. So, Ben, we also have, with surrender and space, I feel like maybe there's somebody that likes their me time, and you might have to just become okay with that. I feel like maybe you might be a little codependent right now, and they need like a little bit of, an open space whenever that does happen, because like this person's not, but I feel like that's a thing that you're gonna have to be okay with is, surrendering to space when they need it. That's just a general trait of the person you'll find. Also, I'm so sorry, this has been like off center. My bad. Okay. That's close enough, right? Yeah. Good. Anyway. So let's see. So now I'm going to do my lovely little index cards, which I have not whipped out yet. Yet today, at least. All right. What do we got for Ben's love life? Ooh. Maybe in February. So February's a little far out. Maybe that's when their birthday is or something. I don't know. All right. I feel like maybe I was wrong with the naps thing. Okay. 5. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Oops. Can I get 1 or 2 more, please? Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. Well, Capricorn flipped over. And technically, everything underneath Capricorn is flipped over. But that's a chunk. That was meant to fall out. Those are meant to go away. These two fell out singularly together. So let's look at that. You don't have to ask. If you can ask a question, just ask and make sure you read the rules. All right, so Ben, okay, we have Winter and Virgo. So now we've got an interesting array of stuff. So technically winter is when Capricorn season starts, right? So Capricorn starts like December-ish after Sagittarius. But then we have Virgo. Ben, are you either a Virgo or a Capricorn? Achiever, you can definitely rephrase the question if you want to. But Ben, are you a Virgo or a Capricorn? And if not, like, think to anybody. You're a Leo? Okay. Okay. If you're a Leo, I'm going to say maybe go for the Cap. Because a Virgo will kind of get a little nitpicky and try to change you sometimes. That's not every Virgo. That's just a generalization. But maybe they have a Capricorn sun with a Virgo moon or vice versa. But check those placements. And I feel like, oh, this is interesting. I want to pull another one. I'm pulling more. Whoa. Okay, so my cards are getting feisty and telling me, no, you're not allowed to pick more. But what if I want to? But what if I want to? I'm not even kidding. That happened the other day, too. My cards literally gave me an LOL nope. They were like, no. Too bad. Can I please have one more? Can I please? Okay, fine. Think it through. Okay, so in the meantime of this, do some self-reflection, and maybe get used to some personal space. Like if you hang out with friends all the time or are always around family and stuff, like take some me time. Because I feel like anything that you do alone, like yourself, is going to help you kind of grow as a person, and that will help you in the future relationship as well. Because the more secure we are, like, in ourselves as people, the more secure, like, the relationship can be. Yeah. Take some time and space to find what makes you passionate on your own. Because I feel like the person that comes in is going to see that passion, that, like, kind of creative spark, and be like, oh, man, wow. You know, I feel like that's, like, partially gonna draw them to you. Spiritual growth and see angel numbers. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, seeing angel numbers is, like, great and everything. I feel like doing spiritual stuff is also about, like, self-growth and learning about yourself and your own strengths and weaknesses. If you're not into astrology yet, I highly suggest looking at your natal chart. You know, knowing, like, you know, more than just even your sun, moon, and rising, like, knowing where all of your planets are and how they intersect and can show you where your strengths and weaknesses are, and once you find out your own weaknesses, you can then work on them and improve. So I definitely recommend doing some astrology stuff. in addition to numerology, because then you can get into like the degrees and stuff and get kind of like number centric from there. You have like the 12 houses, which ultimately breaks down numbers 1 through 9, and then like 0 to 10, and then so on and so forth. But yeah, definitely recommend that. Also, like maybe some chakra work. If you don't really feel like reading about like a whole lot of stuff, like take 7 days, right? There's 7 chakras, 7 days. Take a whole week, and on Monday, work on your root chakra. Like do everything in red, like wear red at, even friggin' red underwear, who cares? But like, and eat some red stuff, like eat some strawberries and tomatoes, whatever, not together, because that sounds gross, but you know what I'm trying to say. And then, go on to orange the next day, and like kind of like focus on the things that the root chakra and like those chakras symbolize each day. So you can kind of like, your body does a lot of like unconscious work behind the scenes where like you're going through things and processing and everything where like you don't even realize you are, but it's just that your whole frequency is getting attuned to that ultimately helps. So I think doing that is going to be really helpful to you. Also ginger tea. It's not the best tasting thing, but it will clear the hell out of your sinuses and make you feel very, very refreshed. Like, holy crap. I did it for a week myself and was like, wow, my nose has never been runnier, but I feel incredible, So it's kind of a give and take. Definitely get into like some astrology stuff and go from there. All right, Harshita, I see the last comment that came through. Read the rules, because I don't do those types of questions. If you are in a blocked situation where you do not contact each other at all, that is a no contact and no connection. So there's nothing to read there. Oh, you're so welcome, Ben. Absolutely. Definitely look into astrology even more than just your big 3. Like, look at your Venus for like how you appreciate like relationships and stuff. Your Mars is how you can deal with things in a fight, and your Mercury is like communication and stuff as well. Those can be really, really helpful. But also know like the later planets to kind of see where like your shadow sides are. So like for me personally, I have what was the one that I was kind of freaking out about? Yeah, for me, my Mars, my Mars, which is my communication planet, is in Cancer. So that can make me, a little weenie hut junior sometimes. I can get very sensitive to things that seem like they matter to me. More sensitive than I should be in situations. Like, oh, well, I wanted to go to Target first before we went out to eat, but we're gonna eat first, I guess, because my opinions don't matter. That kind of mentality I can get into sometimes, but definitely not always. My partner's Mars is in Aries. So a Cancer versus an Aries, communicators, oh my god. I can't even begin to tell you, like, the craziness that we get into. Because he is so quick to jump to, like, just either assuming or just, like, talking over me or whatever. And I'm a sensitive little baby, so I can be like, but I don't, but can you, but I... And he's like, no, just don't go, just do the thing. Why can't you just do the thing? It's like, but I have feelings, and you're a ball of fire. So things like that, where you're gonna for sure, like... if it was the other way around, like if I had the Aries Mars, I would see that and be like, okay, so I need to learn how to be not super hot-headed at every single thing. If I'm having a bad day, how do I not let that fierce attitude come out? Or how do I communicate that to my partner that, hey, I'm having a bad day. It's not you. It's literally me today. I just need 5 minutes away from the entire world so I can scream at a wall and get over this thing, So definitely do that. Mars in 7th house Leo. Okay. So that is intriguing, SK. So Mars in 7th house Leo. So that can be like, you might feel like you have to come first in like any relationship. Like you want to be you know, Leo's the lion, little proud, little, hey, I have some great hair, I'm gonna show off my mane, what's up? You know, I get along with Leos because I'm a Libra, so, like, it's totally fine, like, we kind of, we vibe, but Leos can be a little bit, you know, more so for themselves instead of for the greater good. So just in relationships, kind of be aware of, like, when, try to, like, count how many things you've done for yourself versus the other person, if that makes sense, to kind of, like, give it a little bit more evenness. So, like, for every, like, 3 things that happen because you want them, like, you go to your restaurant that you want, you see your movie, and, we put up your decorations on the wall, for every, like, 3, give them 2. You know, just give into that. Be like, okay, well, I also got this, so they also need to get some of this as well. You know, especially with, like, communicating and everything, like, you think that your opinion matters a lot, and it is a very fiery placement. It can get very, like, you know, right to the get-go. But just learn to take a breath and a step back. Situation depending, of course. Because some things people do need to get called out right away and in a strong manner. But that's absolutely not every situation. Anyway. Where are we? Yep, so the 7th house is for, you know, is for relationships and everything. Sidereal too. So with that, yeah, I hear ya. Yeah, no, they'll definitely have some Leo traits for sure. The thing is, that can also be seen in, like, the opposite. So each sign has another sign that's opposite them. So, like, the opposite of Libra is Aries. So my, you know, Libra placements with an Aries can kind of get along, but one's always going to be a little bit more gung-ho than the other one. There's, like, you know, there's the A and B sides. So for me, I'm a Libra sun, and my partner is a Taurus sun. But he also has a Libra moon and a Gemini rising. So it's a lot of, you know, my air placement, my Libra loves the air placements and stuff. Libra Taurus is, like, kind of 2 sides of the same coin because those are both Venus ruled signs. So we kind of have, like, both of our values are in, like, comfort, beauty, love, like, wanting, you know, things to be stable. You know, when things are off, we get a little frazzled. But also his Gemini rising to my Libra sun, you know, is a good balance because those are both kind of a dual symbol, a dual sign, if you will, because Libra with the balance and then Gemini with the twins. He can be absolutely a little bit more black and white, whereas I see gray areas to things more clearly than he does. But then, like, the Libra moon is my son, so, like, he ultimately understands all of my emotions and how I'm doing internally. Deep down, he gets it. But he's not always going to spill that out himself. Because it's not. But for me also, I have a Pisces moon in the 12th house and a Pisces rising. So it's, I can be a bit much myself. You know, I am almost too sensitive to even exist. Like, if you even raise your voice, I start crying, you know what I mean? So, like, it's kind of figuring out how to balance yourself, but when you look at your, like, you know, your natal chart and everything, you kind of have a map of how to get there. And I think that's really helpful and really fucking cool. Like, for literally everybody to know. Even if you're like, oh, I hate astrology or whatever, you start reading it and you're like, oh, well, I mean, I kind of am like that. And it opens your eyes a little bit. And I just wish, like, you know, everybody was a little bit more open like that, you know? But the energies meet who they're supposed to, all in time. Anyway, I went on a tangent there. I'm so sorry. And yes, SK, I've been reading all of the comments that have come through. Like, I've basically been talking to you. I'm gonna answer your question. Like, you don't have to ask again. I see it. It's cool. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody in the meantime. One sec. Generally what I do is I literally have my own video up on my phone and I look at the comments as they come through so I can scroll back up and everything through it and I don't miss anything. That's okay. Amina, yeah, I can definitely do that. I do plan on recording like a pick-a-pile tomorrow for April. I know that you were interested in that as well, but it will be recorded tomorrow at some point. Yeah. Oops. Alright, SK, general love reading. Let's go. I got excited about astrology for a minute. Anyway. And you know what? I honestly might do like an astrology series just for me because I want to. People that actually want that will find it in time. I just dropped all of that. Come on. Alright. SK general love reading. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thought I was gonna drop everything. We do have caution. It came out. Right setup. Yeah, but the only thing I can say, like, just in general, just to, like, wrap up the astrology talk and everything, if you've looked at your natal chart and you know that you have, like, problematic placements, like my boyfriend's, you know, Aries, Mars, just kind of do some soul searching and, you know, say, hey, I know I have this placement, and yes, that I can absolutely be like this, but what can I do to bring myself back down to earth a little bit when those things happen? Like for me, I'm trying to cry less in arguments. The fact that I was brought up with parents that kind of sucked, does not help things. And then, when I did move out, I went to an ex that ended up being abusive. So I only furthered my trauma. So now that I'm not in trauma, I'm literally 5 years trauma free. Okay, that's all it is. Well, we'll call it 3. But I'm a baby in general. So I'm learning myself all over again because I am out of the environments that I started in that caused me to kind of be how I am as well. Because yes, you have your natal chart and everything, but you also have the things that you go through in life. So it's a little bit together. It's kind of figuring out why you do things. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we have, for SK, we have anger upside down. We have caution, fear, and illumination. Okay? And then we have, haha, I knew it was here somewhere. We have magic, growth, and confidence. So, I feel like this one might speak for itself. So you're not angry. In my head I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. But yeah. Yeah, Amina, no worries, I got you. Alright, so it will be Amina and then Biz after we finish with SK here, okay? Yeah, definitely with specific placements and stuff. I feel like my chart is an enigma to begin with because just for where, like, my moon is placed, it's like, huh? Anyway, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And you're kind of just proceeding with caution. There's a fear there that, you know, maybe things will go back to how they used to be. I don't know why I said that. That just kind of came out of my mouth. Maybe there was a past situation that, like, you know, a relationship could be mirroring a little bit. Or there's, like, a similar vibe where, like, oh, these two people kind of did the same thing. I don't know how I feel about that. But that illumination is going to help you realize, or it might even be like a good thing. Maybe you're proceeding with caution because you're nervous of how your past has gone, but something's going to happen that turns it around where you're like, oh, no, they don't want to do any of that to me at all. They are here for good purposes, and they only want what's best for me. You know, I feel like, because that actually happened to me a little while ago, because, you know, with my placements, I can get very, you know, frantic, and, oh my god, what's the word? I always say plexed out, like, I get plexed out, like freaked out. Like, you do it to yourself, like, you run circles in your head because of how things were, because of, like, oh, well, I grew up like this, so all situations must play out the same exact way, you know? But something's gonna show you that it's different. That it is different, and you're gonna be like, wait, holy crap, really? And that's gonna help so much. It's one of those, no, they're not trying to control me, they just want to help me. Whereas maybe you were in controlling situations before, and anytime anybody suggested anything, it was like pulling your ropes to go do this thing, you know? And getting from one situation like that to another is like a very, very difficult thing to do in your mind, because it is, like, honestly, a daily thing that you have to do to, like, put it in your head that, no, it's not how my past is, it's how my future's going. So, yeah, I think it's a lot of that. You know, you're proceeding with caution, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because that is protecting yourself against anything that could happen. But when you protect yourself too much, you can also stop the good things from happening. So you need to give everybody, like, a 3-chance rule. I always do 3 strikes, you're out. Always, always, always. Like, since I was, like, a kid. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody fucks up. Fine. You know, sometimes people have a relapse. That's 2. And I don't mean that with just addiction. I mean that with behaviors as well. You can relapse behaviors. It's fine. That's 2. But if they do it a 3rd time, you've had 2 other opportunities to learn how to do it the right way. So what are you actually doing here? You're not learning anything, right? So I feel like when situations like that happen, so, like, right now, you're not mad, you're just disappointed that people have just been kind of giving you the same exact thing over and over and over. When am I going to get something that I want? You know, this is what I want, and I've been clear about that, but where is it? And it might very well be right in front of you. It's just opening your eyes and turning your head to see exactly what's going on. Instead of wearing the rose-colored glasses, like, you know, tilt your head at a different angle. Because that's also a different view, right? You're not looking at anything with, like, you know, oh, it's for the best, it's for the best. Just, you know, look at it from the left instead of the right. Okay, well, on this way, it looks like this. But if I look at it this way, it could also be this. So, if there's a common factor with that, like, oh, they're ignoring this, and they're ignoring this on, like, the left or the right, then yeah, you could get mad at them for, like, ignoring the thing. But, you know, there are reasons for everything, and it's just kind of, it's pick your battles. It's literally pick your battles and figure out, like, is this really gonna matter a week from now? Am I really pissed that they didn't put the tie back on the bread? Like, it was only left out like that for an hour, so it's really not a big deal. But should I get mad at them? Should I get angry at them for that? You know? Or should I just hold my tongue for now, just, you know, let it go. People forget things, tie it on myself, and move on and never bring it up. because that's the easier way to go about life. That's the growthful way to go about life. But not everybody does that. And you know, it could happen 6 times a week, and on day 7 you're like, oh my god, they're doing it again. But you haven't said anything, so how are they supposed to know it's annoying to you? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of like give and take. I feel like you really have to like have a lot of communication here. But pick your battles and don't let everything be the end of the world. People are here to help you. Not everybody is here to control you. Some people that tell you to do things are actually trying to help you grow. So yeah. Cool. I hope that resonated. I kind of went off on that one, so my bad. But yeah, SK, that one was for you. Hope that resonated. Hope it was great. Anyway. Yes, girl. Slay. Okay. Alright, Amina is next, and then Biz. You're so welcome, my friend. Alright, so we'll do Amina first, and then Biz. Amina, I'm going to do my index cards for you, too, because I know April's, like, a big month for you, because I know you're going on that trip, right? So we want to find out as much as possible about that trip before you go. Alright. What do we have for Amina's April? I really do have to get a drink in a second, though. No problem. Alright, I'm going to do Amina's, then get a drink, and then go for Biz. Because I know you've been waiting for a while. Alright, surrender. Confidence. Amina's April, illumination. Okay. Okay. My goodness. So, we have. Alright, so we have our ghostie right off the bat. We have a lot going on here. Alright. Okay. Just want to make sure everything's good. Alright. So we also have frustration, we have strength, we have rejection upside down. Oh my goodness, do you guys hear that bass that somebody's blasting next to my house? Jeepers. Okay. I feel like this all goes together somehow though. Like I feel like right now, it's like until you go on your April trip, it's gonna be like you're just like in your head, you know? Because you know answers are coming and you're like, just get me there already. Because, I mean, honestly, I would be feeling that type of way. Alright. Those go together. Okay. Okie dokie. Hopefully we can see all that. Not really. Yeah, no, I feel that. I think it's gonna take a little bit of time. Like if you talk the talk and walk the walk, it'll happen. But it's just, I feel like it's gonna happen after the trip. I feel like the world is, like, waiting for you to do the trip first, and then you'll get the job. Because then, like, having to take time off in, like, the first month, like, is not that great. And, like, I know, like, you need money to go on the trip to, like, buy shit and everything. Like, that kind of sucks, but ultimately, I feel like it's for the best. You also, like, won't spend everything that you have while you're on the trip if you don't have that income ahead of time, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of helps your savings a little bit. Not that that's what anybody wants to hear, because that's not the fun option, but it be the truth sometimes. So, I'm actually going to rearrange this just a smidge, because we have a lot here. Okay. So, I'm going to put these three together right here. Does that work? Come on, can we focus, please? Good. Okay. So we have our ghost. Ghosty ghost. We also have surrender. So I feel like this is, yeah, this is just like surrender, give in, enjoy the ride that you're on right now before you get to the trip. Just enjoy what you can every single day, because when you get like the government job and everything, you're gonna be like totally consumed by that and have like no free time to do anything that you want. So now is the time to like have your fun and enjoy life before you come back from the trip and have to be all serious, you know? So that's that. Also, we have frustration and strength. You know, you're frustrated about not having the job beforehand, before the trip and everything, but I feel like that's how it's meant to go right now. It's meant to be. Pooja, I do see your question. You have got to read the rules. So we have, the ghost, the protection, frustration, and strength. So you're mad about it, but you have the strength to overcome. Like, obviously, like you're gonna get through those days and everything. And then we have rejection is upside down, so like not being rejected, which is good. But then we have, you know, no rejection. But then we have illumination, reflection, and mystery. So I feel like this is the trip. I feel like this is more of the trip. So we have illumination, reflection, mystery, creativity, confidence, and abundance. I feel like whatever messages come through for you during your trip are going to be exactly what you need to hear in order to get into that mindset to be where you need to go. Like, I feel like you're gonna just, whatever messages you get are just, oh my goodness, that's what I should be doing the entire time. I should have done that. And then you're gonna go forward and implement that, and it's gonna lead to just all the abundance, and the confidence, you know, and being creative about it too, because, you know, you don't want to like lose yourself doing any of this either. You know, who you are, what you like, you know, everything that you do now still matters even later on. But this shows me that, like, you know, not getting rejected. So, like, you're not going to ultimately be rejected. It's just a delay. It's just a delay because the timing's not right. The universe says not right now, but later. And that's okay. Because if you do still want it, even though the universe says no the first time, you know, that's the thing. When we ask the universe, hey, I really want this, give me a job in this. And the universe says no, it's because you're not fully aligned there right yet. But sometimes the universe kind of uses that as an opportunity to be like, okay, well, do they really want this, or were they just thinking that they did? Because if it gets rejected for a reason, then so be it. But if the universe says no and you're still trying, the universe sees that as well, and it's like, okay, well, she does want this. So what paths do we have for her to take if she's gonna proceed? How far is she gonna go? What free will is she? You know, you have the free will to choose which direction path that is, but the universe provides the path. The universe cuts down the bushes so you can see the path. You know, sometimes when we do unhinged things that are like totally left field from our own personality, that's when we have the most success, right? Because the universe doesn't even see it coming. But I feel like this is like, nope, the universe is like got you kind of in a hold right now. because you're going to see, like, you know, a family member, like, you know, I believe your dad, right? So that's, like, such, like, a good, like, a strong bond that you literally can't do anything, like, moving forward until after the trip. But the trip is exactly what you need, and it's exactly what's gonna give you all of the answers that you have been brain thinking that. But, like, no, it's your dad saying things to you. You know, just that makes you think about it. Like, especially with this illumination reflection. So when he, you know, showed me that thing, what did he really even mean? What did he even mean? And kind of like going through, and you're going to reflect on when those moments happened, and it's going to be a moment of clarity for you. You're going to be like, oh my God, that's so right. I did say that when I was like 5 years old. And you know what? How do I feel about that now? Could I still do that? What's stopping me? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like it's totally going to change your direction about a government job entirely, but I think maybe it's just going to shift something. But whatever happens, you're not going to be rejected either way. Whatever is coming through next, you got it in the bag. You just have to wait until you get your messages, because that's part of divine timing. But, like, honestly, that's incredible. Like, because that's everything that we talked about you needing the other day, right? Like, you needed, like, the confidence, the creativity, you know, figuring out what that mystery is and going for it to gain your abundance and your confidence. So I think only good things here. But, you know, it's a pause right now. The universe is forcing you to pause until after your trip. But that's not a bad thing. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the stupid crap that you want to do that the government would get pissed at if they caught you doing that while you're working there. You know? Go be crazy. Enjoy it. Alright, next up we have Biz. Let me just double check my comments really quick. I see a few of you had come in. Yeah, if he wanted you to go into politics, Amina, I feel like there has to be a position, or a couple positions even, that kind of bridge that gap between politics and government, you know? Like, so you have, like, you know, not being, like, a senator or whatever, but, like, still being involved in the government, like a secretary of state or something like that. I don't know politics. I don't know. I'm just guessing and saying phrases I do know of. But I feel like you're going to end up in that little, like, that gap, like, right between the two, you know? Yeah. You are so welcome, my friend. All right, Biz, you are up next. Going through my comments, just want to see. All right, after Biz, we will have Pooja. And then we will have Kashish. I love that. That's so funny. All right. I see Bahumi. If his parents do not agree. All right. Bahumi, I'm gonna read the overall energy of that. I'm not gonna tell you yes or no either way, because that's your own free will. But you'll be after Biz, and then Jashmita. Jayashmita. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I am so sorry. All right, Biz. And I know that you wanted Tara, so let's do that. All right. That's like the whole thing. Give me a second. I want like 1 or 2 at a time maximum. Thank you. You sneaky deck. Okay. Okie doke. So we have Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. And we have 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups upside down. We also have the King of Wands. So let's see. So, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So we have, life and career, emotions, creativity, beginnings and opportunities. So, regarding your emotions and your career and finances. So I feel like maybe there's going to be like a poll where, emotional about, so like you're just getting kind of plexed out in your head. You're getting a little anxiety, a little bit like kind of worked up about it, but like not to the point of like a total breakdown, but you're like, okay, what's going on? Am I going to pass? Am I going to pass? Am I going to pass? Which, over time, repeating and repeating can get quite daunting. But also we have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So, again, along with that, we have, some renewal and, okay. Renewal, fulfillment, and a cycle, achievement, fruition. Okay, so you're nervous. Your emotions are telling you that, you don't have the wisdom to achieve this. But you do. You absolutely do. The 10 of Pentacles, renewal, fulfillment, end of a cycle. So at the end of feeling like this, like garbage about it, and like just constant like anxiety and worry. Then we have the King of Wands, which is just being in control of your life force, your passion, your creativity, your ego, your energy, your inner strength. So you're finally going to be like mastering that and seeing through to the end. I say you're going to pass. Absolutely. Maybe even like top 10 of the class. Like, this shows really good success. Just do not get lost in your own head. Like, for real, you're only getting nervous because you're plexing yourself out. But if you just keep telling yourself, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, you'll begin to believe that, and then you'll have nothing to worry about at all. But I don't think you should in the first place. I think you absolutely have this in the bag. All right. Okay. All right, Angeline, I do not read no contacts. If you don't have a contact, there's no connection for me to read, because you have to be in contact. Yep, Angelia, I did see it. You have got to read the rules. Do not repost. You're so welcome, Biz. I hope that was good enough. I hope that resonated and everything. I think you're going to be totally fine. Just, take it day by day. Don't make it the only thing that you think about. Like, don't overconsume, because our brains are like a sponge. So the more you turn the sink on over the sponge, if you don't squeeze it out a little bit, you can't retain any more. It just kind of overflows and turns to mush. So squeeze out your brain every now and again, and you'll be fine. All right. Okay, Pooja is next. I am going to get a small drink of water because your girl's thirsty. Guidance for the project you started working on. Okay, so Pooja, we'll be right back with your reading. Oracle card for guidance on the project that you're started working on. I can definitely do that. I'm actually going to do both of these decks for you. I will be right back. I'm just grabbing a water super quick. I'm going to mute this in the meantime. All right, I am back. Yes, Biz, definitely give us an update, because I want to know. Even, like, after you take the test, like, oh, I felt that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. We love to hear it. Always, right? Okay. All right, Pooja, you're up. Guidance for the project you started working on. Let's see. All right. So, Pooja's project. Whoa. Okay. All right, that's good for now. Okay. So, man, confidence is loving to come out today, huh? All right. We have confidence, intuition, and determination. Okay? So you have those three to start us off. We also have surrender, which is like giving something up. Maybe you've had to like give up a little bit of your social life because you need to spend more time on the project instead, which is totally okay and fair, but it can be frustrating sometimes, especially if you normally have like all your friends you go out with all the time. You have like regular stuff you do, and now you can't. We do also have frustration right there, so case in point. We do have reflection, which is ultimately like you're thinking about like, and then we have comfort upside down. So actually I'm gonna switch these two. So right now, I feel like this project, although like deep down, like you feel good about it, you're determined, like you know it's gonna be great in the long run, it is kind of dragging you down because it's taking more time than you thought it would. It's taking, a little bit more away from you, your day-to-day than you initially planned for. Okay. Hey, welcome into oh man, Tay-Tay. I think it's Tay-Tay, right? I think you were in my chat before, if that's the same Tay-Tay. The Tay-Tay or TT? I don't know. I'm so sorry. And TT and Park, you guys will be after as well. Thanks for joining, coming in to the chat. All right, let's see. Yeah, so Pooja, for your project, I see, so confidence, intuition, determination, surrender is like, for sure that whatever project this is going to like be good in the long run, and it's going to help your growth ultimately, and you know that like deep down, like it needs to be done. But the fact that you do have to like surrender so much of your own personal life is what's making you frustrated. It's either surrendering your personal life, frustrated with like the amount of research, the amount of information that you have to do with it. Yeah, all you mentioned was that it's a project you started working on. So say, we'll use my YouTube channel, for example, right? So if it's like you're starting YouTube, videos are one thing, but there's also like creating graphics or engaging with your audience and finding out like how to actually, reach the most amount of people. None of which I personally do, but I know what I need to do to get there, right? So it's, yeah, the frustration is making you uncomfortable, but I feel like you really just need to push through the project to see to the end, because it's reflecting on all why you started it that's going to keep you going, right? Choosing to do the project and was ultimately like choosing kind of how your life was going to go for a little bit. I feel like, please don't abandon this. My brain just said, don't let it go. Do not let it go. So, work hard on it, but also like don't overwork yourself. Like know when the time to stop is. I don't know like what type of project it is, like, but if it was like a YouTube channel, like if you're gonna make a video, Like, doing a 3-hour live is one thing, but if I were to do a 3-hour straight video and expect everybody to watch right to the end, that's a little much. So it's kind of finding that middle ground as well. And I am going to do an oracle card. I'm going to do a work your light. Just because, oh, hey, those two just flipped right over and this came out. So I barely shuffled, but I shuffled beforehand. So we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Which is like, go to bed on time, make sure you drink your water, get enough sleep, wake up on time, have things prepared for the next day so that way you don't have to, you know, worry about your outfit right after you wake up. So that's definitely good. Then we have transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah. So deep healing. Whatever this project is, it's ultimately going to just be so much better for you. Yeah, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, renewing the future. So this, whatever you're working on, is going to help other people as well. That's the thing. It's going to expand. It's going to have like a little bubble around it. It's going to help those who actually need it. But right now, you have to, you know, when you mother yourself, right, you kind of do have to stop yourself from doing things that are bad, like that you want to do in order to be more responsible, right? So I feel like that's kind of what it is. I feel like the more responsible and kind of like in your own bubble getting the project done, that's going to help, but also don't overdo it. Don't spend a full week in the bubble working on the project. Do take the time to, like, you know, watch a show every once in a while, and, you know, think about it in the background. Look at other people who have maybe done something similar. Look at their research, how they do it, what you do differently, how their method may not work for you, you know what I mean? But I feel like ultimately there are good vibes. It's just accepting that right now, you know, your outside life from the project is a little bit stunted. But that's okay. That's okay. If this is like a super important project to you, go at it full force and you will absolutely be successful. Okay? That's good stuff. That is absolutely good stuff. All right. And then next up, we had Kashish. I think that's a hilarious name. I love it. My partner managed to get his one of his YouTube names like just literally a dash, so I feel that. All right, so Kashish asks, let's see, what's coming in love? Let's find out. All right. Any new messages that just came in, I'm definitely see you guys down there. Thank you for coming in and chatting as well. I do the questions in order that they are asked, so I'm scrolling up through the chat. Right now, I'm on Kashish. So there's not too many, because like people do chat in between about the readings that they get when they come through. But I think we don't have too many. I promise you won't be waiting that long. Yes, every single reading takes some time. Like I said, I go all the way through the chat. I'm on Kashish right now, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there's 2 questions before TT, and then you, Park, okay? So there's 2, and then TT, and then Park, and then Mega, okay? And if I pronounce anything wrong, I'm so sorry. I promise. I'm, like, from the Northeast U.S., so, like, just be happy that I don't talk with a Boston accent, and I don't, like, park my car in the parking lot. So, sorry. All right, I just don't want you guys, like, waiting a long time, like, oh, where's my reading? It's like, when I get into one reading, I want to read everything that comes through, because I want you guys to, like, actually get your value out of this, too. Thank you, Fran. All right, Kashish, what do we got? No fear. What is this, 2002? Yep, all of those are upside down, so that means right side up. Abundance, movement, and love. Interesting. Okay, okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I need the full sentence, right? Alright, Kashish. Consciousness. Whoa, that's like the whole deck. I'll take that one. I can get one more, please. Okay, no, just one more. Thank you. Okay. So we have... Interesting. Okay. We have stop. We have fear upside down. We have consciousness. And we have pain. We also have love, movement, and abundance. So this also shows me that you have like kind of a journey to go through a little bit before you get there. So there's definitely something you need to stop doing. So something's causing you pain, but you're consciously aware of what exactly that is. That's why you're not afraid of it. But whatever this is, you need to stop. Whatever's going on, if you're like with, you know, if there's a partner that you're with right now that's kind of iffy, kind of jump the gun, get a little hot-headed, maybe you gotta leave them behind to get to some self-love and some growth and abundance. Or maybe this is just like you live at your parents' house still and you need to get out of there in order to grow yourself. I know this is like what's coming in love, but I feel like I feel like you need more self-love right now. Without the self-love, how can you have love? You know? Like something is just, like you're comfortable with whatever this pain and consciousness is. Like maybe it's just like, oh, that's how they are. And like, I know that they're not gonna hurt me, but like, that's just, you know, how it is right now. Which like, is not okay, but it's a little bit better than, you know, like life or death situations. We have intuition and faith. So yeah, so whatever this is, like, you know that it's just temporary and you know it's going to pass, but I feel like you can't truly do the love thing until it does pass. And like deep down you know this. Like intuition, you deep down know this. But you're hopeful that you can get it now anyway. Which you can, but I feel like any relationship you get into right now is going to kind of mirror this top row energy. Just a little bit. Like, it's going to be more comforting than what you're currently dealing with, but it's only just like a relationship of convenience, you know? I feel like the self-growth is where things need to happen instead. I feel like once you get out of this and into this, you know, that's going to be better. You're going to have faith and intuition about it. And it's going to do what you can for you. Love yourself first. Okay? All right. Okay, next up, we have Boomy. Boomy? I think I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. I'm so sorry. So Boomy asks, it says, I'm in a complicated relationship and his parents don't agree. Is it possible or not? So I'm gonna do like the overall energy of the relationship itself. I don't really do like, is it possible or not, because anything is possible, and that's like half the battle of free will. We don't want to force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. We don't want to force the parents to change their mind, but we can open their eyes to, you know, seeing things better, you know? But, yeah. So, Boomy's relationship with... Okay. Boomy's relationship. Parents don't agree, but what do we need to know? Okay. Flip that up on the table like that. Okay. Okay. So, knowing that the parents don't approve is already kind of a little iffy. So we have stop, we have pain, right? We have hunger and consciousness. So hunger is like my drive, my need, like you just, like I want to eat it or I'm going to die, like you absolutely need it. And then consciousness and pain. Okay. Yeah. You really, really want it, but you consciously know why it's causing you pain. And stop is there too. Which stop I take as more of a, maybe stop a specific action, maybe I never take the stop card as like stop everything as a whole, because there are different things to different things all the time, like the different aspects of stuff all the time. So I feel like this is... Now, I don't want to ask, like, how long you guys have been together. I mean, I kind of do. If you feel like telling me, feel free. All right. Makwana and Pari, no. You guys need to read the rules or get out. We're not doing that today. If you don't read the rules, I don't give you a reading. Plain and simple. Let's see. We only take questions in English. Pari, I'm talking to you. If you post the question again, you're out of here. You're blocked. Read the rules or GTFO. Okay. Yeah, so Boomy, I'm not sure how long you guys have been together. But I feel like if it's longer than 6 months, you might just have to wait it out. If it's still new, I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of times when the parents don't approve, you kind of do have to go through like a big blowout with them for them to respect you. You know what I mean? Not that that's like fun or enjoyable for anybody to go through, but it's sometimes that's just what has to happen. With this though, I feel like this is like one or the other. I feel like this is like the parents. The parents came through, you know what I mean? So like this is like you want it, like it's causing pain, like we know it's like an issue, like we know the parents don't really care. We consciously know why there's pain in this relationship, but we want it regardless. Now, do we stop altogether, or do we take a pause and hope they see it from another side? All right, I see Preeti is asking about a reunion. If you guys are not talking right now, if you're no contact, then there is no connection for me to read. So read the rules and rephrase, please. 1.5 years. Okay, yeah, so I feel like right now it's like long enough at this point where like they kind of are like, okay, well maybe this is like serious, whatever. They feel like why are they together? They feel like the confidence is down and nothing is gonna come from it, but like deep down we know that it's gonna be successful. I feel like they're just salty for no reason. I feel like maybe they're even like jealous of like the relationship that you guys have. Maybe you're all like laughing and like having fun and like, oh my god, haha, all the time together, and they're just like not. Like they seem like, you know, uptight, like stick up the bum kind of people, where like they don't take jokes. They don't like jokes, you know what I mean? That's just kind of how I'm seeing it. Or, you know, some people are just very stuck in their set ways for how they were brought up or how they were raised or how they're supposed to have relationships or whatever. But I feel like right now, keep going unless there's like an actual legitimate like fight happening. Then you can take a pause and go from there. I don't think that you should stop. I know part of you like wants to stop because you know, it's annoying to have to go through the shit that you go through every time you see them. They're always like saying little comments or whatever, or giving you the side eye for no reason. Like they're just being salty. Like that's not a good energy to be around regardless. Maybe carry some crystals next time you have to see them. You know, my partner's not like the biggest fan of my family, and I totally understand why, because my family's insane. But like you just have to like limit how often you see them somehow. You know, make up excuses for family dinner instead of going, or you know, just get out of there early somehow. Like try to like limit your time. Just pump the brakes a little bit. Stop where you can, you know? But I feel like we already know what the issue is here. Like they don't like you for X reason. You know, maybe there's XYZ reason, maybe there's 3 reason, but it's known why they don't like the relationship. And at this point, you know, that's 1.5 years. That's a long time where it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, suck it up and deal because they're here for a while, or you know, we just won't talk to you. Not that that's like the best option to end, but maybe you can stop the relationship entirely. If he doesn't even like his family, then who cares? It's a matter of, you know, being the bigger person. And if somebody's just gonna shit talk the entire time, that's being a small person. And being the bigger person is taking a step back and giving that space. But do that with your partner. Because if their partner is taking some space and they're on your side and they take space from their family's not going to enjoy that either. And they're just going to be like, oh, well, you know, if we want you in the life, I guess we do have to accept this person. You know what I mean? So, like, low-key force them, but not really. Because they have the free will to, like, do what they please. But also, like, you know, if you want to butter them up a little bit, I'm sure that won't hurt. But I think it's fine as long as you take your space and everything and, like, time out, like, how long you're going to spend places. Yeah. But overall, I don't see it being a terrible thing. Just knowing when and where to say the things that you need to. All right. All right. All right, TT, Tay. Is it TT or Tay? I'm so sorry. But you are up, my friend. Something that needs to be brought to your awareness right now. Okay. Let's do it. I'm just going to say Tay. Alright, what is it? What is it I need to be aware of right now? That's my entire deck, bro. Whole deck. Oh my god, my cards, man. Right. Okay. So, we have ghost and consciousness. But consciousness is upside down. So, it's possible that you're being like divinely protected, but you're not aware of it. We do have illumination, faith, and love, and protection, and success. So I think you actually have a spirit guide with you at all times, but you might not have known that until now. I need to pull more because, like, that's very self-explanatory, and I want to go further in. What is the spirit guide here to help with? Sadness. Energy. Now, I don't necessarily do like deity work. Like, I'm not super into that. Like I am, but I need it to be blatantly obvious, like who's presenting like in my own life. So I can't tell you who the spirit guide is, but this is what they're here to help with. Like, I don't even know who my own spirit guides are. That's the thing. Like, I haven't. It just seems, for me, it's like there's so many people in the world, though. Like, how many can they really follow? But, like, it doesn't matter. But, yeah. Well, hey, strength came over, though. So strength, energy, and sadness. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like you've been divinely protected for help with your sadness, your energy, and your strength. It's kind of like when you're really down, like if you're feeling really sad or just kind of like hurt and just like kind of low, I feel like you get like little spurts of like surprises or like inspiration, like a song that you really, really like, or like a band you really, really like could come on the radio at that moment when you're like crying in your car, you know what I mean? So it's like little things like that where like it wouldn't be obvious that you do have that protection, but it is there. I don't even have like deity cards or anything. Have you been getting like signs and symbols or anything? Like any colors standing out to you? Any like animals or just like a phrase or something? Because I feel like that's what's coming through. Yeah, no anger. I'm gonna use cleanse. Okay. Yeah, they're here to help you, you know, get rid of any energy that may be harmful to you, or to help you change the energy that you're putting out into the world for the better. I'm gonna pull one of these. Yeah. Okay. Break the chain. We had that one earlier too. Ancestral patterns, healing, renewing the future. And then this one, protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. I want to pull one more of these, actually. Maybe even two. If they could separate, that'd be cool. One more. Come on. One more. Okay, or several. Stop it. Oh my God. Okay. God damn it. I'm just gonna show this card because we all know what it doesn't say. What is the nagging feeling trying to tell you? Okay. Trust the nagging. I don't know what that is, and I am scared. I don't want to say wrong things. And then we have several here. So, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So, your nagging, like that nagging, tugging feeling, is bringing you towards this. You have take a break. Life's a work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Which sounds more like a cycle. And then awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah. So you're finding a new way to be slowly but surely. It's like kind of you're growing every single day and like turning that in to, you know, the best version of yourself because of this divine protection. So that's what's up. All right, I'm just going back through my comments so I can see who commented while I was doing this. So Park is next. Is NIT, is that a school, I'm assuming? All right. Oh, Advocate, get the fuck out. Bye. Yep. All right, so Park, you're up. Is that like a school that you were referencing? It sounds like a school, but I just want to be sure. I don't want to put like, oh, well, they get into that school in my head and like have that not be right. Yeah. All right, engineering college. You got it. Yo, best of luck with that, honestly. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Faith flew out. All right, Park, what do we got? Magic. Ooh. Mystery card. Okay, just flip. Protection. Rest. That one was happiness. I think so. You do have this protection, which is like whatever happens, you're still protected. There's a plan B just in case. That's what that tells me. But the happiness, the magic, and faith tells me yes. The rest is like you need to just kind of breathe every once in a while. Don't let it be the entire weight of your mind. Yeah, intuition and passion. I think so. The way the cards are reading, I believe so. I obviously cannot like say like for sure yes, for sure no, because God forbid you don't. But if on that off chance you don't, that you're still protected. and you still have your intuition, your passion, everything is still working in your favor. So plan B might be just as well as plan A, you know what I mean? So don't get discouraged if that happens, but I do see plan A working out. You know, or maybe you could get like, you know, sometimes people get waitlisted where like, you know, not this year, but next year. And if that does happen, you know, that you're protected either way, and that just means that you need a little bit more time to fully blossom to where you can go. But I do see yes so far. Yeah. This is like only yes for sure. But again, I'm not saying 100% yes or no because I'm not responsible. I do not run admissions. But I think overall very good. Just make sure you're getting enough sleep and you're keeping up on your water intake and everything. Like, don't let it totally consume you. Make sure you eat food. You know, have some fun times and everything. Just balance, my friends, balance. All right. Yeah, you're so welcome, my friend. Yeah, no, I have a feeling that both plan A and plan B are like, they're both good options. So if, you know, if the plan A doesn't work out, don't be like too mad. Okay. So, I have to go soon, but I don't want anybody's questions to get missed. So I'm going to keep going with questions, but I'm going to stop questions at the last one that I have on the page right now. Kavya, you're asking if you and somebody will reconcile. I don't do that. If there's no contact right now, there is no connection for me to read. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Okay. Yeah, anybody asking if like they're going to reconcile with somebody, I don't read that because there's no current connection. Unless you guys actually talk like once a week or something, there's no connection for me to read. If it's no contact, I'm sure there's a reason for it. All right, so Mega asks, what is the current energy of my relationship with my partner R? Cool. All right, so Meg and R. Christ. Meg and R, please. That one flew all the way out. Confidence. Yeah, these next ones are gonna go quick because I'm already a little bit over where I should be. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we have love, confidence, flow, sadness, but pain and strength are both upside down. I think right now you feel like if things were to... right now it's like if you think there's going to be a breakup, like maybe you're like kind of like freaking yourself out a little bit, like, oh, they're going to leave me. I feel like that thought process is causing you to have pain and sadness and not be strong enough on your own. You know what I mean? You have to, you know, remember that there is a love here for sure. Like, you guys are still together for a reason because there is love. There's a flow there. You guys are still confident around each other. But don't let your own mind stress you out. Because it's in your head right now. Let me get one more. Please, just one. Thank you. Yeah, passion. Remember the passion. Honestly, if you guys haven't done the haven't done the nasty in a little while, maybe do the nasty. You need to remember that they do love you and care. Okay, this is all, you guys do have a special connection, but don't freak yourself out and self-sabotage, because I feel like that's the direction it's headed if you stay in this mindset. It could absolutely be like this if you choose to see it like this. Alright. I'm sorry. Like I said, I gotta go a little quick because I want to be sure everybody gets done, but I gotta go soon. Alright, so that was for Mag. Alright, Sunny asks, what's the current energy in my relationship with ATF? Preeti, I'm not doing that because again, if it's a reunion, I don't know, it means to me that you guys don't talk, and I don't do no contact. Yeah, Meg, don't freak yourself out. I feel like, honestly, the same thing happens to me all the time because I have a Pisces moon and rising. So, like, my emotions and my, like, forward, like, my outward stuff is like, oh, no, they definitely don't give a shit. They don't care, they don't care, they don't care. And my Libra sun, like, will try to balance that out and, like, find all these reasons. But I'm just closing my eyes to the reasons that matter. So, like, you have that for sure. You have the spark, you have all the good things. You just need to open your eyes to see it. All right. Sunny and ATF. Jeez. Okay. Happiness. Again, the stop sign could just be like stop one particular thing, not like the entire relationship. So don't take it that way. Strength. Jesus Christ. Okay. Passion and creativity came out right side up. And confidence, sure. Okay. Okie doke. So, stop and consciousness. Okay, protection. And rest. Creativity, happiness, strength, lacking passion, but having confidence. So I think with this, your current relationship with ATF, so we have, So we have, confidence, strength, happiness, creativity, like that's all awesome stuff. I feel like maybe somebody's trying to push the romance too hard. Like, maybe it's like somebody wants all, like, candles and flower petals and crap, but, like, the other person just wants movie night and a snack to share. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe if you give it a rest, like, that would be okay. Like, not everything has to be, like, this big romantic night. It doesn't have to be everything you do together. But I feel like right now you're not even, like, seeing that as a thing. Like, you think, oh, but this is how relationships are. Like, you're just supposed to do all these things for people. And that's totally fine and absolutely valid. However, everybody is different, and the levels that people appreciate that can change. So, like, for instance, I'm somebody that loves all of the love and appreciation at all times, give me some food, some candy, some gifts, some back rubs, literally tell me I'm pretty, everything. But my partner is not necessarily that type of way. He can be a little bit, he's not really big on, like, words of affirmation. He's, like, very self-assured in himself. So if I start telling him, no, like, you're awesome, you're gonna do great, or whatever, he's like, no, I know I got this, thank you, I don't need your pity. So everybody's a little bit different. So I feel like maybe take a step back from, like, the romance and stuff and, like, putting pressure on, like, a relationship, and, like, go back to why you guys are friends and enjoy some friend time with each other. Yeah, if you guys are in a relationship, that's awesome, but you should also be, like, friends with the person you date. You know what I mean? So bring it down one notch, like a half notch. Like, don't stop that stuff entirely, but just turn it down a little. That's all. But I think that's what's up. Because I feel like maybe they feel a little stifled. All right. Next up, we have let's see. All right. Very last one is Kavya for a career reading, and then I'm done. Sanupia, that's I don't answer like that, and same thing with Dishka. I don't answer those. All right, Kavya, and then we're good. All right, Kavya wants a career reading. Let's get it. Yahtzee. Mystery, peace, flow, determination, and energy. I would like to get maybe even one more. And anger upside down. And let me get one more. Passion, trust. Interesting. All right, so we're doing for Kavya. It's the last one. All right, Shalini and Nupur. I'm so sorry, guys. We're going to have to do your questions next time. I'm also on Instagram. If you want to DM me, I can do that as well. Same handle. Okay? So, anyway, Kavya. So, we have, we have determination. Okay, I know what's up. So you're determined to find like a job where, you're at peace and everything flows. And, you don't have a lot of anger in the job that you want. You're passionate about it. You have the energy for it. But you have to trust that the universe will provide that. And it is a mystery right now. So it's kind of a mystery, but not really. It's like a mystery that you're figuring out. This card's not upside down, right? It's right side up. So, like, we're figuring out the mystery. You gotta trust the universe knows what it's doing. One more. No fear. No anger, no fear. You know what? Were you in like retail or like a customer service job for a really long time and people are just getting you really annoyed? So I feel like you're like, I want to get out of that kind of field so bad. Like, you don't want to deal with people's anger anymore. You just want peace. You want to enjoy what you do and like have a good time at work. Which, isn't necessarily always the case. But you're trusting that you will find it. Growth and hunger. Yeah, you honestly just have to like keep wanting it and keep wanting it and keep wanting it, and the universe will give it to you in time. Like I was saying earlier, like sometimes, the universe says no to you once to see if you go for it a second time. And I feel like that is the case. I feel like you need to apply for like only like positions that are kind of doing what you want, like in the back end. But ultimately, I feel like, yeah, you just need to like accept that like right now I'm in this place for, you know, to serve my time here. If you're in like customer service or retail or something where you're like answering phones and people are annoyed at you all day, like just tell yourself somebody has to do this job. Somebody has to do this job, and right now that is me. And it won't be me for much longer. And keep applying on the back end and see what's up. And I think in time, this will definitely come to you, but the universe wants to see proof that you want it long term. Okay? All right. Okay, friends. That is what we've got for today. All right. So that was fun. I hope everybody had a good session today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, take your time. Go through the live again if you feel like it, or if something resonated to you. Leave comments on whatever you want. Give things a like. You know, share with your friends, your aunts, uncles. I'd say your dogs, but they don't have thumbs to subscribe. But yeah. I will see you guys on the flippity floop.